This is gonna be a good one because I brushed my hair. And what is up, everyone? And how are you feeling for this upcoming, very important, could determine whether your country is going to Russia next summer international break? Are you nervous? I kinda am, because the first game of previews and predictions, a game I will be at. So if you're there, you gotta come say hi to me at Red Bull Arena, and I'll be doing stuff with Coca-Cola outside as well. And if you're not, then you need to come to my pickup game at the SoFi facility near MetLife Stadium on Saturday at 1 p.m. I gotta still finalize that, but that's probably what it's gonna be. It's the US versus Costa Rica, and my US team, who are currently in third in the CONCACAF region, need all 3 points to catch the Ticos of Costa Rica, who are in second. But the Ticos could pretty much book their ticket to the World Cup with a win, so this game is gonna be buzzing. And I'm gonna be buzzing because I'm gonna be there, especially because in some ways, it's a revenge match for both teams, which is weird, right, to say that, but it's not. When these two countries played in Costa Rica during qualifying, Costa Rica destroyed us 4-0, but then that led to Jurgen Klinsmann getting fired, so I'm actually glad it happened. And then we hired a fantastic man manager in his place in Bruce Arena, and we haven't lost since. But still, we owe the Ticos for that hammering. It's pretty embarrassing. And then Costa Rica wants revenge because we owned them in the Gold Cup semifinals last month, I think it was, 2 months ago, 2-0, which probably had to sting a little bit because no one likes to lose to us. Plus, they're gonna be without star winger Joel Campbell, who's still nursing a knee injury from that tournament. But they have Real Madrid's Keylor Navas in goal, and when he's hot, he can help his team stay in any game. But we have Christian Pulisic and Josie Altidore and Bobby Wood if he could, and he is doing it all day because they're all playing at a very high level right now, so Navas should be afraid. Very afraid. And we're gonna win 2-1. And up next is Uruguay versus Argentina. Let's be honest, the South American World Cup qualifiers are usually the most entertaining overall, especially during the scramble to see who finishes where in the last few games. And this year, it is no different. With Brazil way too comfortable in the first position, the other qualifying spots are wide open, with just 6 points separating second from fifth. And Argentina, who are currently in fifth, sit just 1 point behind Uruguay, who are in third, so a win for either team would most likely see the winner move to second, while the loser could drop to sixth. So I mean, you can just see how tight things are in South America right now. It's lit, fam. I think that's what I want to say. Now, as for Argentina, their third coach of this qualifying campaign, and that's a lot, it's Jorge Sampaoli, will be making his competitive debut in this match, and he's already made a very big decision by dropping Gonzalo Higuain and going with Mauro Icardi, which will most likely lead to his preferred 3-4-2-1 formation. Also, fun fact for you, prior to Sampaoli's arrival, Icardi had only played a grand total of 7 minutes for his country, so this is a bold move. Also, another fun fact for you, Argentina have only scored 15 goals in their 14 games. Only Paraguay and Bolivia have worse records. So you can easily see why Sampaoli is trying to shake some things up. Plus, this should come as a huge relief for Messi, who must be sick of Higuain ruining his chances of winning the trophy with Argentina. I mean, because he always misses sitters in the biggest games. Now, as for Uruguay, they head into this fixture in mini crisis mode because their defense has leaked 9 goals in their last 3 qualifiers, and they lost all 3 of those. Then they've also leaked 6 goals in their last 2 friendlies, and yes, they lost both of those. So they're not in what I consider to be good form, but their attack has seen them score 26 goals, which is the second best in qualifying. And if they're gonna get anything out of this game, then their attacking unit, which is led by Edinson Cavani and Luis Suarez, have to deliver once more, and I think they will, but it's their defending that's gonna let them down again, and Argentina's gonna win this 3-2. And next up, it's Spain versus Italy. And to break down this match for us, it's Previews and Predictions international break expert Adrian from Rabona TV. So take it away, Adrian.
Spain have only lost to Italy twice in the last 10 matches, the last time coming in the group stages of Euro 2016. In this campaign, they've only conceded once at home, scoring 16 in the process. Italy, on the other hand, are solid away from home with 3 wins from 3 and only 3 goals against. Speaking of goals against, this match sees 2 of the world's best defenders going head-to-head, so don't expect a high score. In fact, of the 32 times they've faced each other, the winning team has scored more than twice on just 5 occasions. And only one of those occasions was a competitive match. Asensio's form will continue as he bags the first for Spain, if he starts. But don't be surprised if Spain's all-time leading goal scorer, who hasn't played since the Flavor Saver days, comes off the bench to set up the winning goal. 2-1. Spain. Buenos noches.
Thanks, Adrian, and I actually think it might be time for me to grow a Flavor Saver. I used to have one a long time ago. I don't know if it was as cool as I thought it was. And now we're heading to Africa for Nigeria versus Cameroon, because these old foes, who also happen to be neighbors, face each other in a doubleheader that could flip this group on its head. That's right, the reigning Africa Cup of Nations champions Cameroon traveled to Nigeria to face the Super Eagles on Friday, and then 2 days later, yes, 2 days later, both teams traveled to Cameroon to play again on Monday, which sounds crazy because it is. And Nigeria definitely enter into this doubleheader with the advantage for 3 reasons. Usually I go with 2, but I'm going with 3 on this one. And 1, they're playing at home first, which should give them some confidence in front of their passionate home fans. And 2, they lead Cameroon by 4 points, which puts all of the pressure on the Cameroonians to get something out of these 2 games, but especially this first one. And 3, in the last 20 fixtures between both teams, Nigeria has won 10, while Cameroon has won only 4, so Cameroon also has history going against them too. But Cameroon always knew this was going to be 2 key fixtures in their schedule because 8 months ago, their manager said this: "We already knew that the matches against Nigeria will be decisive, so we will have to win to have another chance to go to the World Cup. And we have 8 months to prepare." Okay, so the coaching staff, the players, and the whole country has been thinking about these 2 matches against Nigeria for 8 months. Dude, that is some pregame hype. But I think it might be too much hype. And with Nigeria in control of the group, they know they don't need to win. They only need to draw. And I think we're gonna see 2 draws in both of these games, which is such a boring ass prediction. And I apologize to everyone for that. And finally, let's talk the Czech Republic versus Germany, because the Czechs need a miracle to make it to Russia. And this miracle needs to happen when they face reigning World Cup and Confederations Cup champions Germany, who just happen to have won all 6 of their group games and who make it look so goddamn easy these days. It's so easy, it's not even really that fair. So obviously it's gonna take a super effort for them to pull this off, but it's a must-win game, and then it's at home, so it's more than possible. Now the Czechs are 3rd in their group, 4 points behind 2nd place Northern Ireland, who just happened to face San Marino. So we all know how that one's gonna go because San Marino has a minus 29 goal difference and 6 losses in their 6 games. But after the Czechs face Germany, they head to Northern Ireland with the belief, if they win of course, that they can close the gap to 1 point. So they have to know that if they do lose to Germany, their World Cup dreams are pretty much over. So my prediction, because they have their backs to the wall while Germany is pretty much qualified, I think the difference in hunger and who wants it more is going to be very evident. And I think the Czechs are going to win this one 2-1. All right, that's it. And yes, I know there are a lot more big games in European qualifying to talk about, like France, Netherlands, which probably just finished by the time you guys watch this, and Slovenia, Slovakia, Denmark, Poland, Wales, Austria, and Greece, Belgium. But I gotta go catch a flight to NYC. So I'll see you tomorrow for my hotel room for all my transfer ratings as I rank the teams. The ratings, rankings, I'm just gonna, whatever. Later.